Hey, what's going on, you guys? So we're here for episode 5 of the Trainer Talk. Today we've got Coach Austin with us, as well as Bethany. And today we're going to cover probably one of the most important topics that we could talk about. It's about mental health and mindset. So when it comes to reaching your goals, I think having a good mindset toward your goals and having yourself in a good mental state is probably one of the most crucial, important things to reaching your ultimate goals. It's something that we struggle with on a day-to-day basis with motivation and discipline and things like that. So today we're just going to talk about different things that can help your mental health, different things that you can do to help with your mindset, staying on track to reaching your goals, both with nutrition, with fitness, and just with your day-to-day life. So we're going to start out with Austin. He's just going to kind of touch on mental health and the benefits of exercise in correlation with mental health. So go ahead, Austin.
Yeah, mental health and exercise go hand in hand. A lot of people start exercise because they have bad mental health and they're kind of looking for a boost. I know personally that's one of the main reasons I started. I was kind of dealing with a lot of depression and anxiety, and so I just wanted a tool to get out of that and to put that energy, that bad energy, into something good. So that's one reason I started out. A lot of people start out exercise also because they want to lose weight, which is a really good thing too. You can also decrease blood pressure. You can decrease your risk of diabetes, heart attack, a bunch of different things like that. So it's really important for all those factors, but also the mental health side of things. So it's scientifically proven that working out and exercise is going to improve your mood. So it releases endorphins into your brain that, improve your cognitive function. You can, usually you feel better right afterwards or during. I know a lot of people struggle to get up and do it, but once you do it and you're done, you feel way better. So I know that these two can speak on that too. The mental health side of things is one that we should not overlook for exercise, and especially nutrition too.
Yeah, with the nutrition aspect, there's been a lot of research on the gut health microbiome and how what we eat affects our gut and how it affects our brain. So what we've actually found is that the gut acts almost as like a second brain, because that's where your hormones are produced. Majority of the hormones are produced in the brain and the digestive tract, and what you eat actually influences what hormones you produce, which, as we know, the mindset, mental health is affected by hormones. That's pretty much what regulates your mental state. So what you eat really dictates how you feel, not just physically but also mentally. I just know that for myself, when I have a much cleaner diet, so I'm having more fruits and vegetables, quality protein, quality carbs, that too, and being hydrated, my mental state is much more clear, I'm much more focused, and I'm almost just in a better mood. Not that I'm necessarily in a bad mood when I eat something that's not super great or my diet gets a little bit off track, but I do notice that my motivation actually is almost killed when I have some sort of bad food or high sugar food. If it's for an extended period of time, it usually affects it. If it's just once, it really doesn't affect it a ton. So one meal I don't really stress too much about, but if it's, you're traveling and you have a little bit less healthy food or less optimal food, then that can kind of affect it as well. You also just feel drained after traveling from all the stress in your body. But just knowing that what you eat really does impact your mental state, not just your physical.
Yeah, and something that I'll say on that is you'll know if you have a ton of sugar, if you go out and eat a huge blizzard or something, and then all of a sudden you feel drained and because you have that sugar crash, and then you have that mental fog, you're just not as energetic and you almost want to lay down and take a nap pretty much, which actually does have a lot to do with the hormones like she was saying. But we just want to make sure that you're basically fueling your body with good nutrition. That's going to help you mentally, but also with the workout side, like Austin mentioned, you're releasing dopamine and serotonin when you're working out, so those good, happy hormones. So that's why when people come into here, they might be not super motivated and ready to work out, but when they're done, they're happy, they're talkative, and they're ready to go about their day. They have a boost of energy, and they just feel so much better because it's an accomplishment that they're achieving by improving their health. They're getting in here, working out, moving their body, getting the blood flowing, and it's just going to help you in every area of your health. So really, really cool stuff. Is there anything else that you guys do on a day-to-day basis that help with your mindset, mental health, things like that?
I would say one of the main things that I do for my mental health, besides just working out and eating right, I try to plan my day. So I have a planner. I try to write things down ahead of time so I know what time I have to be ready by, what time I have to leave by. I like to plan that out. It takes a lot of stress away for me. Like personally, if I don't have a plan, if I don't have some sort of plan to action, I'm going to stress about it. So to decrease stress, that's a really good kind of easy way to do that, is to plan your day ahead of time.
Yeah, that's something that I kind of do too. I have a planner right out here, and what I kind of do is like I write out my schedule for the day. So I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna wake up at this time, then I want to work out at this time. This is the time I come to the gym, and this is different fit camps, or this is when I'm gonna work out. This is when I'll meal prep, and I have all these different things listed out. So it's almost not as stressful once you see your day planned out. Otherwise, if you think about it, there's like all this stuff that has to get done. If you think about it all at once, it almost overloads your brain. And having like a top priority for the day, so like the one thing that you want to get done that day, and then you can call it a success because you got your main priority done. And then you can have like other little things to do for your to-do list. And then if you have time, or if you're able to, you can work down that list, and just getting those little things in, checking off the boxes, makes you feel much more accomplished.
Yep.
And then that your day was very productive.
Yeah, and that's something that I really had to start doing recently, is because I have so many things going on in my brain with the business and the gym and working out and all that kind of stuff. And I would think about all the things I had to do, and it was really stressing me out, and it was ruining my performance too. It was draining my energy. I was always kind of mentally fatigued. So I actually started doing what Bethany's doing. We both started journaling and just kind of writing down our schedule. Okay, at this time I'm going to wake up, at this time I'm going to train, this time I'm going to prepare lunches, whatever. I have my lunch scheduled right in here. So if you're somebody that is typically has a set schedule for your day, and you want to start working out, make sure you schedule it into your day and kind of make time for it. Or maybe you have to adjust some things. So, if you're somebody that maybe is really busy after work, simply, maybe try waking up 15 minutes early and try to do like a 10-minute circuit. So it doesn't have to be anything crazy to start, but just getting started, like moving your body for 5 minutes. That's going to be an excellent start to a new habit. So it'll also just make you feel better during the day. You're going to accomplish that right in the beginning of the day, get that win, and then you're going to have more wins throughout the day. So like she said, just start with one thing to accomplish. So maybe it's a 5-minute workout in the morning, or a 10-minute walk with your dog, something like that. Get that win. It's going to lead to a lot more wins. Something else that I do is I try to see how long something takes, and I'll, for example, a lot of people stress out all day about, they're at work and they're stressing about having to do dishes and laundry, all these things when they get home. But if you actually took out a timer and see how long it takes you to actually do the dishes and do your laundry, it really doesn't take as long as we think. You stress about it all day long for hours, but if you actually timed it, it might only take you 5 minutes. So if you realize mentally, okay, this is only going to take me 5 minutes to do, when it's done, and then I can do something else, move on to something new. That will put you in a better state to be more productive, less stress, and just help you basically stay in a better mood all day. So that's just kind of a couple of tips with that. Something that I really like on the nutrition side is, it's really easy to want to start to work out and eat better, but it's a whole nother thing changing your mindset to actually doing it and getting the motivation. And motivation is very, very short. It doesn't last very long. You might start something new, like start a new class, and you might get really excited about it, but after a couple of weeks, it's hard to stay motivated to do that because it kind of wears off. And that's with anything that's new and exciting in our lives, it kind of wears down. So if you want to stick to that, and you have to become self-disciplined. You have to decide, okay, if I don't want to go, I need to go for me, and understand the benefits. So you have to convince yourself, mentally think about, why are you going to work out? Why are you eating chicken, broccoli, rice instead of going to McDonald's? It's because it's going to benefit me, my health, long term, short term. It's going to help me with my energy. It's going to help me feel better, reach my goals. So changing your mindset toward how you're thinking about stuff will actually help you do that. So like, for example, we aren't like born fit and, like we weren't born working out. We had to develop those habits, right?
Yeah.
So like, I love ice cream, for example, and I still eat it, every once in a while today. But like sometimes if I'm craving something that isn't so healthy, I'll think about, okay, is this really gonna benefit me and how am I gonna feel right after I'm done eating it?
Yeah.
I know that I'm going to enjoy this food for a few seconds while I'm chewing on it, swallow it, take another bite, enjoy it for a few more seconds. As soon as it's gone, I'm going to feel like crap for the next few hours. And it's going to hurt my results, and I know that. So before I even make the decision to eat something that I shouldn't, I kind of think about that. Okay, how am I going to feel after this? Is it really worth, that few seconds of enjoyment of that good food just to feel like crap afterward? And that's going to an extent, if you're doing that like every day, every meal, that's something that you want to think about. If you're, going out on a Friday night with the family and getting dinner and ice cream, that's something different. You should actually think about that as more of a reward, is what we tell our clients. Enjoy that small victory. If you did good during the week, you can use that as a positive, reward for yourself. That's going to actually boost you mentally, keep you a little bit more sane, keep you going more sustainably because you're going to be able to stick to your nutrition better, things like that. So that's how I approach fitness and nutrition. Is I'm convincing myself that I need to do this because I have goals, and the only way I'm going to reach them is if I'm disciplined and if I'm convincing myself that it is worth it, no matter if I want to do it or not do it. So it's just changing your mindset about why you're working out, why you're eating healthy, things like that. Do you have anything to add to that?
No, you said that perfectly. Honestly, like we said, it may seem kind of silly to plan out every little thing in your day, like making your bed or making breakfast or whatever it may be. It may seem kind of silly, but it's a really good way to, like you said, to kind of get those little wins, to check it off. Yep. So that I encourage everybody to do that. If you can't do that, at least set a routine for yourself to do at least in the morning and nighttime. Those are two times that that can make or break your day. So trying to have a little routine. One good thing that you can do right when you wake up, you could get your coffee ready, you could read a couple pages in a book, you could meditate. I do yoga usually in the morning or at night, something like that. Like he said, movement. Movement is medicine, so going for walks or doing a little bit of exercise, even if it's not super long, you don't have to work out for an hour every day. It can be 20 minutes, it can be 30 minutes, and you can feel really, really good about yourself after doing that. So I encourage that mostly. I know you were speaking also a little bit on like the short-term highs that you get from junk food, especially, and high sugary foods. It's something that's actually pretty addicting. That we found, a lot of people have found in science and stuff too, that it's a mental challenge to kind of get over that hurdle to not eat bad food because it feels so good right away. McDonald's, for example, you eat a Happy Meal, you're gonna feel really, really good. You're full. It tasted good. You're gonna feel good about yourself for maybe the time eating, maybe 30 seconds after, and then about 5 minutes later, you're gonna be like, why'd I do that? Your energy's gonna crash. So that's one thing that's really big, is encouraging good nutrition.
Yeah.
Just kind of like to add on to that, it made me think there is a study that was done with rats with cocaine and sugar. They actually got the rats addicted to cocaine, and then they introduced sugar to the rats, and the rats started to choose the sugar over the cocaine. Like, it's that addictive.
Oh yeah.
And even like artificial sweeteners are like that too. They can be just as addictive as sugar, if not more addictive, depending on the type. But then, like, going back with like the mindset thing and nutrition, for myself, I recently changed my goals about like the new year. I set the goal to increase performance and also increase muscle, which I had to get over the mental hurdle of gaining weight. Because in order for me to gain weight, since I've been training for so long, or in order for me to gain muscle, I have to gain a little bit of weight in order to do that. And it was kind of a mental hurdle at first, seeing the scale increase, but I just kept reminding myself, like, this is for my goal. Like, keeping your goals on your mind, and with journaling and writing down everything, I write every day what my goal is next. So if it's, increasing performance or increasing muscle, I'll say, okay, this by this date. Now I'm in a cut phase where I'm trying to decrease calories. I'm trying to lose body fat, not necessarily weight, but trying to lose body fat. And my goal is 19% body fat by July, and I write that every day. And it like sets my mind on like, okay, this is my goal. And like, this is what needs to happen today. I need to hit my, calories, macro goals. I need
Helps
to work
you stay
out.
focused.
Exactly.
Yep.
Helps me stay focused on what I want to achieve, and also knowing that like, my performance might go down a little bit, or my energy might go down a little bit, but just knowing mentally like, hey, this is my goal right now, and this is what I'm striving for. But that doesn't mean that has to be your goal forever, or that if you even don't hit that goal, or if your goal changes, like that's okay too.
Yep.
Because we all have to go after our different goals to achieve what we truly want for our health and our fitness and our just long-term life goals.
Yeah, for sure. Love that you said that. And that reminded me of something else that we have our clients do, and I highly encourage you guys to do this, is dig deep and find out why you want to change. Like, dig deep and find out why you actually want to be healthy. And I'm sure a lot of people, especially parents, like, you want to be there for your children, and you want to be there when they graduate and when they get married, when they have kids. Like, if you want to be there for them, you have to make these lifestyle changes. So having that as your reason is like all the motivation in the world. But the thing is you have to remind yourself of that every day. Like she was saying, like literally write it down, put it wherever you can see it. Make it like the screensaver on your phone. I have goals that I have set for myself, so I have it as a screensaver on my phone. That way I'm seeing it every single day. I have a little note on my mirror when I get ready in the morning to get my stuff done. That way I'm seeing those things, constantly reminded of my goals and what I need to do. So remind yourself of not just what you want to do, but like why you're doing that. For a lot of those parents out there especially, you want to be around for your kids and live a long, happy life and not be, held up and have health risks and things like that, and miss out on life per se. When you're older, then you need to kind of take this very seriously and just remind yourself like, okay, I need to do this for not just myself, but like for my family, things like that. That will really motivate you and put you in a positive mindset to achieve your goals, and just keep you on track overall. So
yeah, motivation is something that we just discussed before we recorded this. It comes and goes. It's not something that's always going to be there. Self-discipline is something that you have to practice, you have to get good at, and then there's a reason that we are coaches and we hold people accountable. Like, we're here for that also. So if you feel like you struggle really, really mightily with trying to hold yourself accountable to get here or to eat better, anything like that, we have programs, we have trainers here that will help you with that. So I think a lot of people kind of overlook personal training because they might think it's out of their price range, or they might think it's not for them. They're like, oh, I already know how to work out, I know what I should eat, and things like that. And you see a lot of people struggle with it still. So it's not as easy as it may seem, and that's why we're here. We're here to help people with that exact thing.
yeah, and there's tons of information out there that you can do, and the problem is actually going about doing it. And something that I'll admit is, we aren't motivated every day to work out. Like, there are days where we do not want to work out, we do not want to eat healthy, and we actually rely on accountability ourselves. Like, I enjoy working out with Bethany and with Martin and with Katie because they hold me accountable and they motivate me. I might come into the gym by myself and look at the program, I'm like, I don't want to do that today, and I'm not going to do that. But if I have somebody holding me accountable, like if they're meeting me to work out, we're going to get that workout done no matter what. If we're doing a really hard Metcon that's 40 minutes long, if I'm by myself, I might cut that Metcon short, but if I'm with somebody else, we're going to push through the end because you're doing it with someone. And as coaches, that's what we're here for, is we have the knowledge and we have all the information people need, and we have systems to deliver that information. You just got to come aboard and trust us, and we can help hold you accountable, help you with your workouts, help you with your nutrition. That way you're not alone trying to do it, and you're gonna be able to push through on those days you don't want to. So if the motivation wears off, you're going to have that discipline. Okay, you have an appointment with Austin, you better show up because he's going to be at the gym waiting for you. You can't leave him hanging, so you're going to show up and train with him, for example. If he's watching your nutrition at the end of the week and he's like, hey, you didn't eat your vegetables, like, you're going to pick up on that and you're going to start eating better, things like that. So we're here to help you guys with your mindset, with your accountability, motivation, with your nutrition, fitness, all of that. So if you have any questions or if you want to start, if you need that kind of help, please just reach out and schedule a free consultation. You can come and meet with any of us and chat with us for 15 minutes or 30 minutes, and we can kind of get an idea of what your goals are, what you struggle with, what you maybe tried in the past, and we can come up with a game plan that's going to work for you. So, is there anything else you guys want to add?
I think that covered pretty much everything.
All right. So hopefully this helps. This is our mindset and mental health, but also just kind of everyday life and health. Motivation, accountability, all that kind of thing. We need to just kind of realize how important that is. So if you need the help, like I said, reach out. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Until then, have a great day, you guys. Later.